Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Today we've got another game in a style, or not necessarily style, but just a kind of game that just really doesn't make sense to me to be video games, is mostly the superhero genre. Other than Batman, due to the fact that he is just a normal person, but when you have superpowered guys running around that are beyond anybody else other than a couple of basic villains that can actually kind of give them a run for their money, what is the point? Because you're getting hurt by like, it doesn't make sense. Like Batman getting, this is terrible. But like Superman being attacked by some random thug and actually taking damage. Okay, so that's how we do that. I mean, it plays, but it's just so bad. Why are we taking damage from like? Okay, so there is no jump. Okay, you have punch and you have kick. And then you hold the buttons to run. Oh, okay, there's a jump. Hitting up. I was trying to do that earlier and it wasn't. I stand corrected. Why is he crouching? Like what? Who did the sprite work on this? Is actually ridiculous. And we run into Average Joe dude and he stops us from running. This is so bad. Superheroes should not be video games. I'm sorry. They just doesn't work. It makes no sense. Like, these are average, just some random dude in thing trying to take on the Flash. In what world would that ever happen? And we can't do that because of... Like, everything about this. And why are we picking up money? At $1 at a time, no less. Oops. It's just, it's terrible. There's no sugarcoating this. This is just trash. Like, I wasn't even pushing the button and I was jumping. Like, it's... I mean, it is nice that you can go back. Enemy design is stupid and is just not good. The sprite work is just terrible in and of itself. The inconsistency where sometimes where you can break the ones when it shows that it's breakable, but then we also broke ones that were solid just randomly. The level design, it's like, where are we? What are we doing? Nothing here. It's just all random schlock where you put a somewhat passable sprite of the Flash and then just make this. For a guy that can pretty much phase through everything and run faster than light and sound. Oh, Jesus. He gets... Like, why can't it be like The Boys where, you know, you just run, you hit something because obviously that's what would actually happen, and they would turn into paste. So now, just, it took so long to hit that thing. Yeah, so that one you can break. The other ones we can't. Yeah, I don't know. It's poorly done. It's unnecessary. These are the kind of games that should not be done. I get it. You put the Flash on front of stuff and you're going to get a lot of people that are like, love the Flash that want to play. You punch a bomb. Get some Speed Force. Okay, we're not getting that one apparently. What is that? He's just down, bouncing around. It's so just... Terrible game. This would be awful to play on a Game Boy. The game's bad enough as is, but to put it on a Game Boy is just even worse. Oh my god, another bomb. Woo! Like... Oh look, the same basic enemies. Oh, of course we can. Alright, can we just bypass the... Alright, we're not getting snacks there. Okay, so we can do some of them, and now we can't do the other ones. Yeah, this is fun. We're just... Like, there's not even any game here. There's no really good level design. Like, honestly, the game's a joke. Just because it says Flash does not mean we have to, you know, just because... Of course! So stupid. Like, it's poorly done, to say the least. It does play responsively. Like, you do jump, you do move, you do punch, you do kick. So, like, the game's there. It's just the game's trash and garbage. Combat's boring, repetitive, unnecessarily. You can pretty much skip all of it. So, what's the point anyways? The level design, I get it. You can't rush through it. You actually wind up in a wall, have to kind of go back around. So you can't use your flash power. But all in all, like, again, you have the flash power, you can do all this stuff, but you can't actually use it. So, you know, God forbid that you're playing as a Flash, but you can barely run through anything because you hit a little wall. Half of them you can break, half of them you can't. Like, I get it. I understand what they're trying to do. But it just... it just doesn't work. Like, superhero games in and of themselves are just really dumb cash grabs because of the name. Because, again, how are you going to make a Superman game? Like, he's impervious to virtually everything. So what are you doing? Like, all the random people that are punching him and he's taking damage? Like, stupid shit like that. Same thing with, like, the Flash. Like, you can run through, around, everything and avoid all of this stuff. So why are we having a game where you're running around punching the same two sprites over and over again? It's just like, it's cheesy. Not to mention that you actually have to hit them 3 and 4 times. Like, none of it makes sense being a superhero, you know? It doesn't work, and I don't think these games should exist. That's personally my own personal opinion. Doesn't necessarily matter, but it just, superheroes don't work. Batman does because he is just a guy that can and does get beat up at times and whatever. Granted, again, not by some random thug, but theoretically that is possible. But virtually everyone else, not so much because of, you know, their superhero. Like, Flash can get beat up a little bit more because his main thing is speed. But when you're so fast that who's going to be able to touch you and you can run around everybody, where's an actual game at in that? I mean, now we're just fighting random dudes. The sprite work is awful. The controls, well, as they do work, the jump is a little janky and, like, I don't know. I mean, I think that's most of it. The level design is kind of crappy. Sprite work is goofy. His jumping, I don't know why we're crouched instead of whatever. A lot of nitpicking in part, but as a whole, the game just does not play well. It's very basic. It's very boring. You know, most of it doesn't make any sense. There's no rhyme or reason. Like, it's a Flash game in name alone where they wanted to make money off of comic book fans. They're like, hey, here's the Flash. But honestly, the game is playable. But especially on Game Boy, it's going to be awful and annoying, more so than anything. With that being said, guys, thanks so much for joining. Until next time, you guys have a good one.